Hey guys, how are you all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And today with you guys is another LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens video. However, I'm not going to be showing gameplay today as I finished all of the gameplay. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. What I'm going to be doing today is reviewing the game. Now, I did finish and review LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga a little while ago, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. But today we are, of course, reviewing The Force Awakens. Now, this is the newest LEGO Star Wars game that came out in 2016. And, of course, is based on the Force Awakens film and some other side content that some is canon, some is not canon. So, there's that. Now, right into the game, the front gate of this game, this is the first LEGO Star Wars game ever to have full voice acting. And what's great is that they actually not only took dialogue straight from the film, The Force Awakens, but they also had basically every single actor and actress come back to record new dialogue for gameplay and even some cutscenes. So the authenticity that TT Games, or in this case TT Fusion, always strive for is freaking flawless. I mean, that is one of the best parts about this game, is just the fact that they got the actual voices to come in and do lines, because that's awesome. But, of course, there are, I believe, there's 10 main story campaign missions that essentially go from the beginning prologue to the end with the finale of Starkiller Base being destroyed. And the levels are great. They flow nice. Of course, breaking everything, collecting studs is also freaking awesome. Basically, like every LEGO game, I think every single LEGO game level ever has flowed nicely for me. I don't think there's ever been like a really bad one. I think it was really well handled, getting the voices and, of course, getting the action. Of course, all the new gameplay mechanics. And for those of you who say, oh, every LEGO game is the same, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Play them. This game, just like every single other LEGO game, is completely different. Yeah, sure, it might act the same, like every Call of Duty is the same, you shoot people. Every GTA game is the same, every racing game is the same. So, roughly, every LEGO game has that same type of feel, but there are enough things that make it unique and different. In this game, they have the blaster battles, which is like the third-person cover shooter mechanic, which is friggin' awesome, and they use it really well. Of course, the aerial space dog combat, which you have in some open areas than some on-rail areas, which is really cool. Way better than Battlefront, by the way. And then, of course, we also have the multi-builds, which basically, say you're Finn, and you hit a LEGO structure of rocks, and you build a trampoline, you can hit that again and rebuild it into something else so they can get you a mini-kit or progress you through the next level. So that is really cool, and I love all three of those mechanics in the game, and they do a great job. Of course, the graphics are phenomenal, even for a 2016 game. I think every LEGO game still looks the same, even when you look at the Complete Saga, which is technically not the first one, but, the collection of the first ones. They still look great, but this game looks phenomenal. Even the loading screen looks great. Instead of just watching a boring screen, you actually have the Millennium Falcon and a X-Wing, at least default, going through hyperspace, which is awesome, super duper awesome. And of course, like I said, it makes the loading screen fun, so you're not just bored. You're actually like, you can actually control the vehicle, or the, T-1000 freighter or whatever, as it's going around, which is so, so cool. And again, the graphics too, all the LEGO bricks shine, all the snow and the deserts and the hub worlds are all really great. So the levels and everything that I mentioned so far is top-notch for TT Games. However, when it covers the characters, there are over, I think, 175 or maybe even 200 characters in the base game. And that's not even, like, taking into effect the Season Pass, which has over, I think, 50 new characters, bunch of new vehicles, 3 levels, and, of course, well, that's about it. But it's I think, $10. It's worth the price, and, of course, it only adds to the LEGO Star Wars experience. Now, going to the hub worlds, this is also the first LEGO Star Wars game to have a true open world, whereas the Complete Saga had sort of like the Cantina, and then of course LEGO Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars, which I will be playing when I get back from my vacation, that had like 2 ships you could essentially go on. But those weren't open worlds. They had little baby hubs, but LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens really did establish the first open world Star Wars game, not even LEGO, but first ever. I mean, this is the first Star Wars game where we can go to planets. And, of course, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, which comes out next year, which we still don't have no effing news on. Makes me so mad. You can actually freely explore space, and it's a lot bigger in the Skywalker Saga game, but in the Force Awakens game, there's still so much to do in that game. It's ridiculous. You can go to 5 hub worlds, which, of course, I did cover, which you have the Millennium Falcon, Dakar, the Resistance Base, Takodana, Starkiller Base, and Jakku. Of course, Jakku is the biggest. Now, you could argue that while Jakku is the biggest, Dakar might not have gotten as much attention, or, not as big of his environment. But then I can come back by saying, well, it is a game based on a film, and you're lucky enough to have hubs, first of all, but I hate when people go, oh, the Lego Star Wars game, the Lego games have so small hubs, it's not massive. I'm like, it doesn't need to be massive. Especially when you take into account this game. When you're exploring Dakar, the Resistance base, you're only seeing what you see in the Force Awakens movie, which isn't that much. In fact, you're getting more in the game than what you see in the movie. Same with Jakku. You see a lot of Jakku in that movie, and of course, in the Jakku hub, there is a lot of desert space you can roam around in, but still, even with Starkiller Base, just a lot of empty snow, you know? Takodana, you get to explore the ruined area and the forest, which, that's what you see in the movie. So for people wanting this huge, like, GTA, Just Cause, No Man's Sky type environment with, like, cities and, you know, random things, it's like, just, you're getting what you saw, and you're actually getting more than what you saw. So I think they're great. They're really fun hubs. So much fun to run around. I still play them to this day, just off camera, just to run around and explore, break stuff, collect studs, do little missions. I love it. It's a ton of fun. Of course, I love this game. This is by far my favorite Star Wars game ever made so far. However, it's not perfect. TT Fusion, they make great games, but their games are more flawed than the TT Games version. So in TT Fusion, I'm talking Star Wars, Jurassic World, the Lego Ninjago movie video game, the Lego Movie 2 video game, Lego City Undercover, and then of course TT Games, you have the Marvel games, DC, Hobbit, or not Hobbit, excuse me, I don't know, Lego Worlds, what else were we talking here? Indiana Jones, Harry Potter, that type of thing. Now, like I said, this game isn't perfect. It's very, very, very close to being perfect. Like I said, it's pretty much flawless with the epic story, great humor for all ages, awesome content, great graphics, huge hub worlds to explore with your friends. However, the camera angle, they mucked it up big time. And of course, this is the first open world Star Wars game and the first open world Lego Star Wars game, so I can kind of see how they can mess it up, but I really don't, and this is sadly going to have to be a negative. I don't know if I'm playing on Xbox One Vanilla, so I don't know if this is the same thing across the PS4, or I think maybe it was on the Wii U? I don't think so. PC, something like that. But essentially, when you're in the hub worlds, one of the 5 hubs, it's not really in the Millennium Falcon, because it's on a confined space, but let's just say Takodana, right? And you can actually see this in all of my hub world exploration videos. If you go watch them, they're there. I can't explain it, but if you turn, like say you're playing as Rey or anyone, you know, Darth Maul, someone, if you turn on an Xbox controller, if you turn the left analog stick to move the character, and then you move the right analog stick to move the camera to see what you're running towards or whatever, the camera very, very faintly goes, it like jolts left and right every single freaking time. And it only doesn't work if you turn the camera first. And I don't know about you, but I don't know anyone who literally turns the camera and then moves the character. You turn the character first and then the camera, right? I mean, that's how I play games. So, for TT Games to F this up, it's a big mistake. Because, of course, you want to be able to explore these hub worlds way after you beat the game, like me, right? That's why you have open worlds and hub worlds, so that you can explore them forever, right? I mean, that's what I do. So, when I go to explore Jakku, like when I filmed the Jakku video yesterday, like I'm moving Kylo Ren or Count Dooku, whoever, and the camera jolts like really, really faintly. And if you don't know what I mean, play it if you have it. See what I'm talking about. Go to one of the hubs. It's not terrible, and it's not, you know, like a game breaker or anything like that. But it is annoying because every other Lego game, when you have exploration, is so smooth. The camera. Playing this one, it's so bad that it's jolting. You know what I mean? It's not terrible, but like I said, when you play the other ones, like Ninjago movie or Lego Movie 2 or Marvel or DC Supervillains, whatever, and you have a hub world or a big open world or hub worlds, the camera angle is so smooth, and then when you play this one, you can tell because even though it's very faint, it's not what you're expecting. So TT Fusion did mess that up, and I don't know, maybe it's just my console, my version, who knows, but I experienced it, and I don't like it, and it's a negative. Another thing that I have to say is the audio. Now, I absolutely freaking adore the voices in this game. They're all authentic for the most part. The comedy is written by I don't remember the guy's name, Matt Ellison, maybe, I think. He's actually, the guy who wrote the script for this game is an actual stand-up comedian in real life, and you can tell because it's laugh-out-loud funny, much like the other LEGO games. But this is the first LEGO Star Wars game to have voices, and therefore it's the first one, in my opinion, to actually make me laugh out loud, like, a lot. You know what I mean? It's not like a chuckle. So, the writing is great, and the voice acting is great, but the audio itself is really weird sometimes. Like, sometimes you'll be listening to a guy in Jakku giving you a quest, and you'll barely hear him. Like, you have to really turn your freaking volume up. And then you'll be playing a level, as Poe or someone, and you'll shoot a, blast a stormtrooper, and for some reason all the stormtroopers are female. I don't know why. That's just a thing. Like every single one that I killed goes ah. It's really weird. However, when you do kill a stormtrooper, or some, of course when people die they moan or whatever. They die. You know what I'm talking about. They make these really loud noises. Like it's basically destroy. Like after I turn my volume up from not being able to hear this guy to then killing someone and hearing my eardrums blow up, it's really weird. And like I said, the audio's, the voices are fine and the script is fine, but it's just the audio quality itself varies between very low to fine. Most of the time it's fine. But then sometimes you'll get really loud noises and really quiet noises. And that's something I hope they fix for the Skywalker Saga. Again, TT Fusion has some of these issues before. This is the only LEGO game I've ever played, though, to have that camera issue where it really jolts to one side and jerky. I'm trying to think. I think Lego City Undercover and the Lego Ninjago movie video game has had a few instances where the audio is very loud or very quiet. And it's not a big deal, but it's something I had to point out. So like, people always think, oh, you think every Lego game's perfect. Well, I kind of do, yeah, but there are some games that are not perfect, and this is not a perfect game. There are flaws, like the ones I mentioned, but that's it. I mean, really, it's just the camera angle that can get a little weird. And, of course, the audio can be a little loud or faint. But other than that, the game's great. It looks great. It runs great. I've only had one crash my entire playthrough, and that was before the Day 1 patch. So, for everyone who's saying, oh, every LEGO game has its glitches, I never really encountered any glitches in any LEGO game, ever. I mean, yeah, I think every game I've ever owned would crash. But I was playing the Jakku. If you have seen my Jakku video, I was playing as Kaede Mundi, and I was doing a race, and he glitched. But it's not game-breaking, so who cares? Just switch to the next character, you're fine. But, at the end of the day, guys, this is my favorite Star Wars game. I had a blast playing it for you guys. I love the content, I love the characters, I love the graphics, and the hub worlds are really fun to explore. Again, there is some of that camera movement and the audio problems, but other than that, I'm going to give this game an 8.5 out of 10. I want to give it a 10 out of 10. I give most LEGO games 10 out of 10 because I really love them. There's nothing wrong with them, in my opinion. However, there was some issues I had talked about that I actually did notice for the first time playing this for you guys. I did notice the camera thing before, but now that I'm reviewing it, I actually paid attention, and it is kind of bad. Again, especially comparing, DC Supervillains, or the Lego Movie 2 video game, or City Undercover, where all the camera, whenever you turn it, it's perfectly, fluid. And then, of course, to play this one, it's not bad, but you can tell because it's not in every single one. And, of course, like I said, the audio. But other than that, I really did enjoy this game. I still love it. It's a blast for all ages, especially if you love Star Wars. There are some canon missions in there, even if it is Lego. Get past that. It is canon. Just pretend it's not Lego, I guess. That's what they said. So, with all that being said, I am going to give it, I think I said an 8.5 out of 10. That's my final rating. I love this game. I can't wait to play it again for myself. And if you guys want to see another level in the future or a hub world, tell me and I'll do it. I can't wait for my vacation. And once I do get back, I will be playing LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars. I'll be doing all the hub stuff and all the levels from that. I'm going to have a video tomorrow when this goes live today on the 26th. Today's the 26th. On the 27th, I will have a video explaining where I'm going and what I'm doing with the channel and all that. So be sure to watch for that. That'll be the only video for tomorrow. But thank you guys for watching. Please tell me in the comments what you thought about LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens and what you would rate it from a 0 to a 10. Again, I'm going to give it a final grade of an 8.5. I loved it. It's just the camera thing and the audio thing that sets it back a little bit. But still, a blast for all ages, and I love it. And the open worlds are really fun for me to explore. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed me playing it. I loved it. I love this game. And we'll see you guys in the next video.